Let's get started with today's huddle. Very excited to have you all here today. We're at one of our lender offices today having an offsite meeting, talking about different things we can do to improve our funding numbers with this company. We're excited about it. We're very excited about the future, some of the things we're working on with Bank Breezy, and for all of you, obviously. In the end, what do we want to do? We want to take care of our clients. We want to take care of our brokers, our employees, and our lenders. And while doing all that, honor God in the process. So that's what we're primarily here to discuss today is how do we pull that off? And why are we doing this huddle? We do this huddle because it's all about all of us pulling this off, right? You guys doing your part, us doing our part. So I've got my notes here for my huddle, but this huddle title is I got to log in again to my email. I'm sorry, guys. The huddle title, I'll just say it. I'm going to go from memory. It is lenders have windows and clients have windows. And it's the combination of those. When we say lenders have windows, what does that mean? We've got a whole base of lenders, right? We got 20 plus top lenders. Not all of them want the same type packages. Not all of them want the same type clients. Not all of them want the same mixture of risk, right? In fact, they have to diversify the risk. So when you submit an application to a lender, the window might be wide open for restaurants right now. It may be wide open for construction companies right now, or whatever. Or Dexter, in your case, your client is an automobile rental, high-end automobile rental business. They do rentals, right? There may be someone who wants that type business this month, and next month wants nothing to do with it, even though it's the same lender. They have open windows. All right. So knowing that the Bank Breezy platform is critical, that you submit an app where we can then take it to multiple providers. That's number one. But the other part, more importantly on today's huddle, is clients have windows of opportunity, and consistency opens the window. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're consistently reaching out to this person, if you reach out one time to a client, the odds that the window is open and they're ready right now to take funding is very slim. You know, it could happen, but it's slim. It's usually one out of every 40 conversations before you have someone say, I need funding. Now, all 40 will eventually need funding. They may be able to self-fund because they're making enough profit. They may be able to self-fund because they've got a lot of savings. They may be able to get bank funding, but all 40 are going to need funding at some point. Don't forget that. The window, though, the timing is their window open? Is their window open right now? Consistency meets them when their window's open. It may not be today. So follow up regularly. Many of us forget that. We go, well, I already told them about it. I already told them about funding. Well, maybe they may apply for someone in 3 days from now from someone else, or 3 weeks from now from someone else. So our consistency is critical to make sure we find them when their window's open. That's part one. Part two, consistency opens their window. It doesn't just find them when their window's open, but each time you reach out, you have a reason to reach out. One of those reasons is what? To frame some ideas, to brainstorm some ideas of what they can do to make a profit, right? So consistency finds them when their window's open, but consistency also opens the window because you start discussing and strategizing and having ideas. And what does that do? That turns into I do have an idea. I do have a need. So the message today is windows open and windows can be opened. Consistency handles both from the client, and the Bank Breezy team takes care of the lender window being open. All right. So when you use our platform, the client's taken care of from the appropriate lender. Doesn't matter the month. We're going to find the best lender for them, and it changes. But your job is to make sure, and my job is to make sure I'm consistent with my clients and you're consistent with your clients so that when they're ready, you're their lender, you're their broker. And if they're not ready, you help brainstorm ideas. What could you do if? What if we did get you this? What if we did get you that, right? It's that simple. So the challenge today is to think, to memory jog, to look into your spreadsheets, to look into your last clients, to look into your Rolodex, however it is that you track your former reach outs, and reach out again, and reach out again, and reach out again. One of our first pro huddle tips, and we're running out of time here. One of our first pro huddle tips was to spend X percentage of your time reaching out to your old clients, X percent prospecting to new clients, and X percent following up with your top 25 clients, right? So you sort your buckets and you make sure you're always having a reason to reach back because they are going to get funded. When you think about if you've approached 400 or 500 businesses, it's likely 5 or 10 of them got funding in the last year. And if they didn't get it from you, it's because you didn't follow up. If you're consistent, you'll be the one they use when their window is open. So help them open their window and be there when the window's open. That's all we got for you today for the huddle. We don't have a story for you today. We'll have some tomorrow. But take the challenge of reaching back to everybody and being the consistent one that is there when the window opens, and make sure you're helping them to open the window.